A light-dependent resistor, LDR, sensor, also known as a photoresistor, is an electronic device that is used to measure the intensity of light in a specific environment or location. These sensors are commonly used in a variety of applications, including home automation, lighting control, and environmental monitoring. The LDR sensor works by measuring the resistance of a material that changes based on the amount of light it receives. The resistance of the material in an LDR sensor is typically very high in low light conditions, and decreases as the amount of light increases. This change in resistance can be measured and used to determine the intensity of light in the environment. When using an LDR sensor with an Arduino, the sensor is typically connected to the Arduino's analog input pins. The analog input pins can measure the voltage across the LDR sensor, and this voltage can be used to determine the resistance of the sensor. The Arduino's analog-to-digital converter can then convert this voltage into a digital value that can be read by the Arduino's program. The Arduino program can then use this digital value to determine the intensity of light in the environment and take appropriate action. For example, if the light intensity is below a certain threshold, the program can turn on a light or increase the brightness of a light. If the light intensity is above a certain threshold, the program can turn off a light or decrease the brightness of a light. LDR sensor can also be used to trigger different events in the system depending on the surrounding environment light. Like a street light turning on when it gets dark and turning off when it gets light. They are also used in cameras for auto exposure control. It's important to note that different LDR sensors have different sensitivity and ranges, so it's important to choose a sensor that is appropriate for the specific application. Additionally, the sensor should be calibrated according to the surrounding environment, as the sensitivity and output can be affected by the presence of other sources of light or the distance from the sensor to the light source. Also, LDR sensors can be affected by ambient temperature, so it's important to keep the sensor in a stable temperature environment, or to compensate for temperature changes in the program. Overall, using an LDR sensor with an Arduino can be a cost-effective and reliable way to measure the intensity of light in a variety of applications. With proper selection, calibration, and implementation, it can provide accurate and useful data for different projects or applications that require monitoring of light levels. Some additional examples of the use of LDR sensors: it can be used in automatic lighting systems, where the ambient light level is monitored and the lights are adjusted accordingly. They are also used in cameras, where they help to measure the ambient light levels, and adjust the aperture and shutter speed accordingly. In robotics, LDR sensors can be used in light-following robots, where the robot is programmed to move towards the direction of more light. They are also used in line-following robots, where the robot uses the LDR sensor to detect the presence of a line on a surface and follow it. In conclusion, LDR sensor is a versatile and useful device that can be used to measure the intensity of light in a wide range of applications. With proper usage, calibration and implementation, it can provide accurate and useful data for different projects or applications that require monitoring of light levels. It's a simple, low-cost and easy-to-use sensor that can be integrated into various systems and devices to provide valuable information and interact with the surrounding environment. Additionally, LDR sensors can be used in combination with other sensors and devices to create more advanced and sophisticated systems. For example, it can be used with a temperature sensor to create an automated plant irrigation system that only waters the plants when the light level is low and the temperature is above a certain threshold. In summary, LDR sensors are a valuable addition to any maker, hobbyist or engineer toolbox, as they are versatile and easy-to-use device that can be integrated into a wide range of projects and devices to provide valuable information and interact with the surrounding environment. They offer a variety of applications that can be adapted and modified according to the specific needs and requirements of the project.